Greetings, gentle viewers!
And howdy.
The post-Judo Kurabe. Megumi's either final event or second to final event. Probably second.
Yeah.
And, I can completely phase through this weird digital house.
That is not where I thought you would be going with your line of talk.
The house is not real. Fluffy isn't real. 426 is... No, he's real. Kyuta Shiba isn't real, except that he is. I don't know.
Speaking of not knowing the difference from reality and what isn't real, we're the Bittersweet Gamers.
I'm still pretty, woo, out of here, la land, something.
And I will be taking advantage of that. I mean, I'm we squared.
Yeah, so let's, right. We're talking about memories. Let's go. I don't remember what we're doing. Oh no.
You're Juro Kurabe.
Why are you saying that?
It's all I can say.
Maybe she's actually...
accepted it to some degree?
I made a promise to Tamao-san.
My grandma?
Please, don't ask me anything else.
I would sure like to know the details of that part.
Yeah, the Tamao from, this timeline, or this sector?
Yeah.
Loop, whatever?
This loops Tamo, who should be an older woman.
Yeah.
I won't be able to continue staying here if you do.
I don't understand.
Juro.
You have known stuff he did not, and never would tell him any of it. Though I guess you weren't allowed to. Very good!
Oh, excellent.
I mean, we knew about the previous loops, Tamo Kurabe, the android.
Yeah.
Juro. I can't believe you're really gone.
And we've wondered if this one even existed.
Right?
But we've come to realize that she must, to some extent. She appears to be one of the compatible.
Yeah?
The Juro I knew can never come back. Megumi-san.
Okay, maybe she just only exists as an android in this loop.
Well, no, that can't be right. She shouldn't be older. She should be younger.
Okay, yeah, I guess you're right.
You assume she has to exist as a person. Either that or she's always been an android, but I remember what happened, the thing with Ida talking to her when she was AI. Either way, I guess we have some things to find out. But this is actually Tamo Kurabe.
Right.
This is before...
Before any of that mess.
We sure about that? This was the one that's really alive.
Oh, yeah.
And way back here is Exterminator. Remember that, the Nenji, Kisaragi, Minami stuff is, way earlier than a lot of other things. So if Exterminator's back here, this is 426. 426 is the one that's not only brain gobbling as Fluffy into Megumi's mind, but 426 even is the person who set up a living arrangement with Megumi. Poor Tamo Kurabe, the real one is dead. And this is the last loop, so that means she doesn't get to come back.
Oh, yeah, I hadn't thought about that. That's pretty sad.
Well, it depends. Maybe the rest of humanity will get to come back. Either that or they'll populate the world with a couple clones of everyone.
Well, I mean, there's no reason they can't, I suppose.
But that would be weird. Don't want to do it.
So this is where you went.
I understand that. We know this is 426 based on the timeline.
Right.
Unless we're mistaken, but I guess we'll find out shortly. And we know that the real Tamo Kurabe, or the biological one, was in Sector 5.
Right, because each sector doesn't have a copy of everyone.
Right. So, who owned the Kurabe house in Sector 4? We heard it was Tamo Kurabe. Even Natsuno said that. But Tamo Kurabe is in Sector 5, not Sector 4. So who is the person who owns the Kurabe house, and who is the Tamo Kurabe that Natsuno knows?
Could it have been the Tamao android before 426 infected her? Because he didn't infect her until she clashed with the Kisaragi android.
That's true. This would have been the previous loop's Tamo Kurabe.
Yeah.
In that case, she would have still looked this age and wouldn't have looked like an old granny.
Yeah.
which might have made Natsuno think that was weird.
Probably.
But that may have been the case. She may have tried to look a bit more like a granny instead of like a perpetual teenager android. Okay.
You were with Juro earlier.
I suppose this is technically the first time we've met. I'm Tamao Kurabe. You are crying. Poor thing.
Well, what do you want?
I know you have feelings for Juro.
What does that have to do with anything?
You desire to be by his side, do you not?
Well, I guess this could be the android and not 426.
It just depends on when in the timeline this scene happens?
Yeah, pre or post Exterminator.
I mean, because it would kind of make sense that they would have Juro sort of being watched over by one of theirs, like an android on their side.
Well,
you know?
that's how he acquired the name Kurabe, precisely because of that.
Right.
Oh, well...
So this could have happened before then, or it could have happened after that and it's still 426. We just don't know when it happened.
Of course I do.
Then you will do just that. I'll make the arrangements.
Oh, I guess we have to do it. Darn it!
Huh?
We have to be right on this point. Okay, and the uninvited housewife is just up here. Here's Exterminator. This is Tamao Kurabe.
Okay.
Not 426. Okay.
What?
However, I have two conditions. First, you will treat him as Juro Kurabe.
Huh?
You must not tell him anything about the future, or about himself.
But why?
Oh, and that answers the Who's This World's Tamao Kurabe. She's either letting Universal Control backfill everybody to make her have the right quote-unquote identity, which would be how she interacts with Natsuno, or she really is doing something physical to make herself look older.
I see.
Because we know that she's working with Morimura's group.
Right.
So, right? We got all those details figured out, right?
It makes sense to me. It seems logical to me.
It's the only way to keep him safe.
I don't understand.
Can you do it? Can you treat him only as Juro Kurabe?
And then she proceeds to not do that.
Well,
My other condition. If he starts to remember he's Juro Izumi, you must tell me immediately.
But he is. Why would that be bad?
It would be dangerous if he became Juro Izumi.
Because at this point, they think he's the villain 426. They don't understand all the details yet either.
Very dangerous. The reasons are unimportant. If you agree to these two conditions, you can live with him.
Remember, Tamao Kurabe was the one who pushed for giving Juro a new personality that was, like, gentle.
Yeah.
And not, the man-killing military badass that he was before. Having said that, like, that Juro Izumi was pretty awesome.
Yeah.
And, I mean, no offense to Juro Kurabe, but she's trying to give him a happier life instead of a harder life.
It's just unfortunately, that's not how things turned out with the Daimos.
What will you do?
She really has been fudging her end of the contract, eh?
I accept.
How wonderful. Here. These documents make it legal for you to live with him.
So I guess this does mean that Morimura approved it, so to speak.
Yeah, I guess so.
A rental agreement?
I'll tell Morimura-san of our arrangement myself. Please, go to Juro now.
Oh, thank you.
Something that Megumi could do. Why not, instead of being worried about the Juro Izumi that she knew, if he's the same person, why not just fall in love with this one? Well, he's not the same person.
He's not the same person, and she is...
Like, memories aside, he has a different personality, literally.
Yeah, and at her core, she is a shy, introverted person. She probably feels scared at the prospect of forging a connection again. She wants what's already there.
Yeah, I think that's right.
Fluffy, can nobody else see you?
No, that's Shintaro. Maybe.
And that's Juro.
No!
Juro.
Not that way. Yep.
Juro.
Gotta look for examines.
Miss Morimura.
So, you've been living at the Kurabe house.
Oh, yes.
Has there been any change?
Well, she's not really a teacher. She's really Chihiro Morimura.
Has he said anything strange? Any confusion about being Juro Izumi?
What makes you ask that?
It sounds like you know something.
Don't tell me. You know something?
Of course.
Excuse me.
But like you pointed out before, Billy, Megumi knows way less of the bigger picture than anybody else. Like, oh, true, she's been exposed to some truths that were uttered by Fluffy. But why would you ever believe him? The only reason we believe him is because we actually specifically know what he was talking about and was like, huh, he was telling the truth.
Normally, I wouldn't trust him. I would only trust him as far as I could throw. No, actually, he's a cat. I could probably huck him pretty far. Never mind.
Kurabe-kun, is something wrong? You look pale.
Tell me the truth. I'm actually Juro Izumi, aren't I?
Let me step closer and shove my breast in your face so you'll be distracted.
This is not the first time or the second time or the third time this has happened.
The way I am now is something you created.
What's this all of a sudden?
I get it now. The woman who keeps showing up in my dreams. The one I saw on Sumire Bridge. It's not Fuyusaka-san. It's you.
It's the truth.
Chihiro Morimura.
I don't know what you're talking about.
Everyone is lying to everyone else.
Have you been aware this whole time?
Kurabe-kun?
Juro!
And then, beyond the massive cleavage of Morimura, that's when he finally got to see peeking around was Megumi, so he had to run away screaming.
What was that about?
I don't know.
Well, that's embarrassing.
Let her where she goes, okay?
You are lying! You liar! No, you're a liar! I guess I'll do that.
Seems like the only thing to do.
Is it cold or something? Then why are his sleeves rolled up?
It's just an extra, David. Don't worry about it.
Oh, it's a towel. No, never mind. Okay, I get you.
Hey,
Fluffy, you're talking to me here? Won't other people see?
No? Haven't we been through this?
I mean, they'll see her talking to herself.
this is an emergency. Juro's been taken.
What?
Yep, and now she has to go rescue him.
That idiot. He got too close to some dangerous people.
Dangerous?
Those who use magic for their own means. You went there before. The abandoned factory in Higoromocho.
Yeah, that's when she shot Hijiyama.
Yeah.
They're going to alter his memories. You need to go there again. You need to rescue Juro. Damn it.
Because they're hacking into Kyuta so he can't project here.
Or they're hacking into Judo, rather.
right,
so
right.
He can't project
He's
here.
getting too far.
He's gone? I knew he wasn't real. No, it doesn't matter. Right now, Juro needs me. I'm on my way, Juro.
Well, after kind of dumping all over Megumi in the last episode, she is pretty darn brave.
Yeah.
Like, on the bright side, that
Juro,
that
this way.
obsession of hers gives her a lot of strength. And we don't really need to see what happened there because...
We already did.
Yeah, we already did.
Wait! Are you with him?
You know Fluffy?
Fluffy?
Don't worry. He can make you better. You're starting to recognize what's in your dreams, aren't you? Do you remember me?
It's not exactly like that.
None of his dreams have been about you. It's not this Judo Izumi's memories that are being restored. It's a different Judo Izumi.
I finally understand. The things I remember, they aren't from the Juro you know.
Thank you.
No, that can't be.
He really needs to tell her this. He really needs to. They also should do it somewhere else! Although, what's the worst that could happen? Hijiyama beats them up? I mean, we're all on the same side, right?
Why would you say that?
We don't know what Hijiyama and Okino are doing, but we know where they end up, and we'll find out what they're doing when we get to it.
Finally.
The things I saw in my dreams, they're memories. And the only memory I have of you is when I shot and killed you.
Yeah.
I was worried. I was so afraid that I'd hurt you again. Because
Who are you?
She's realized it isn't him.
Is there really nothing left? There's no trace of him inside you?
Everyone told you that. Every last person told you that except for Fluffy, who's not even physically there.
No. I betrayed everyone. I betrayed Tomi. It was all a lie.
It was. Conveniently, it's not bad. But how would she know that?
Well, even still, if you go about doing the right thing or doing the wrong thing for the right reasons, does that really get you off the hook?
Well, same thing with the right thing for the wrong reasons.
Right?
I mean, it's just complicated.
Yeah. Like, it's still trampling over her feelings and manipulating her.
But what's the fate of the world compared to that?
Fair enough. I'm just saying, she has a reason to be upset.
And she does, in fact, come to a good conclusion because of it.
I'm such an idiot.
But she's really accepting everything.
And that's the important thing.
Yakushiji.
That cat. What was the point?
Wait.
Well, just like everyone else, he was lying to you, but that's okay. I mean, it's not okay, but we were just talking about this. Ah! Yes! The rental agreement!
I'm really worried about our mystery point total.
And we only have 23. Wow! And Days Long Gone, the one we just did, is still before A waking up.
You know, at this point, I'm genuinely curious what more can be revealed, because I kind of feel like we have a good idea of what's going on.
That's
but
why I
there's
wanted...
still two people whose stories we haven't touched, really.
Well, that's why I want to let the save A for last, because I figure we're going to find out more or less everything that's left at that point.
Yeah, him and Renya.
Well, we know for a fact that Goto's is going to be small. I really want to do some battles, but we're going to finish Megumi.
Yeah.
Why would we not at this point?
Right?
So I suppose she's... Well, she hasn't run away,
Juro,
or she wouldn't have
he
her
really is gone forever.
school bag. She's like walking to school or some such.
Or just wandering lost.
See ya. Do you mind? Can I help you with something?
Are you alright?
You by yourself?
I am. Are you by yourself too?
There's someone coming. Can you stay and talk till then?
Huh.
Well, Goto, or possibly Miura, is who's coming.
Making a child wait all by herself. Of course. I'll stay here until they come get you.
Where's your friends?
Well, I have some at school.
No, silly. I'm not talking about them. I mean your friend that told you to update the decode.
Yeah, right. Because updating that code is
It's what allows the meta system to work, I guess.
Yeah, so we were right about what he was doing.
Right.
It also seems to sometimes make them immediately summon it, and they get the access code that they can swipe. But that could be part of the gamification.
I was thinking about it, and maybe that only happens if they've already registered with the Sentinel. If they haven't registered with the Sentinel yet, it doesn't happen. Because that's the simplest one, isn't it?
Well, but Ida was using Amiguchi's ID until Amiguchi summoned a Sentinel. That was why he had to get, well, he was going to get Shinonome, but he ended up doing it with Takamiya instead. Yeah. Well, so that means that Amiguchi hadn't registered with the Sentinel until he was shot as a witch.
Yeah.
Because then Ida couldn't use his ID, meaning that what you said, though it makes sense, is proven to be untrue.
Do we know when the two events happened in relation to each other?
Yes.
Oh, okay, yeah, you're right. Well, it was an idea, at least.
It's a good idea. It makes sense, it's just not true.
What's wrong? You look like a scared kitten.
You're having too much fun with this. Whoa.
Hold it right there.
Who are you?
Who ordered you to update the decode?
It's just Morimura, but she doesn't know what's going on. So it is the real one.
Yeah.
Decode? Do you mean the Daimos code?
This Morimura knows even less than the adult one.
Yeah.
And the adult one is already against using the Sentinels, and 426 wants to use the Sentinels to gamify them.
Right.
So this one still must have some anti-Sentinel feeling. Sentiment, yeah.
Sentinelment? I don't know. It's the best I got.
Why do girls gotta be like that? Robots? They're always like that. Girls just hate piloted robots.
Yep. I know it wasn't you. Tell me who it was.
It was a talking cat.
It was a cat.
Huh?
A fluffy black cat with a white-tipped tail.
So you caught her.
Well, she doesn't know anything else.
You're late, Goto-kun.
Did you know? Do you understand what you did to me?
I sealed your powers as a witch.
She knows that that's not quite the case, but...
To fight the kaiju. That's what I was told.
That's the only way she knows how to say it.
Witches and cats. Interesting story.
I thought you'd be able to see through the ruse a bit more.
Well, she did, but what she was offered in return was enough to make her not worry about it. Also, we, the player, must necessarily have done Judo's story, so we must know the truth of what's going on before this.
Mm-hmm.
Wanna know what you shot him with? It was nanomachines. They added code to the ones already in their bodies.
But we also necessarily know that that's actually a good thing, not a bad thing.
Right.
So what's up with this hostility?
Well, she said they updated the decode, which is the source of the problem. They just don't understand what the update to the decode means.
Yeah, but we know.
Right, but that's why they're being hostile, because she updated the bad thing.
I mean,
The code expands the kaiju's capabilities. How strong it will allow them to become, we have no way of knowing.
I guess that was the price you had to pay for being able to upgrade the Sentinels.
It's totally worth it.
Yeah.
That can't be.
The one behind all this, the one who manipulated you, it seems they are trying to take control of the decode. If they succeed, they will also have control of the Sentinel dock in the factory. In other words, we lose all our means of defense.
Are you aware of who that cat is?
No.
That seems bad. He must have known this would happen. He had a plan. That's why he used the girl, so we couldn't trace it back to him.
But that very cleverness is what proves it was him.
But are they talking about 426 or Ida? We got 426 saying some stuff honestly himself. That's one of the reasons that we actually have a much higher opinion of him.
Yeah.
So, who is he?
No one you'd have heard of. He's a criminal from the future.
Yeah, they are talking about 426, but they don't know what we know, but we can't see this without knowing what we know.
Right.
A criminal.
You know?
Well, no, the reason that I'm kind of hung up on that is this is her final event, and she's getting browbeaten with information that we know to, well, not be false, not be bad. And it has to do with other characters. What about herself?
You know, that's a good point.
Like this-
Okay, I see why you're saying that. I get it.
From the very beginning, it was all lies.
Because it's not like we could have done this without having seen Judo's
Yeah.
story.
I won't forgive him. Not ever.
Oh, no, you have every reason to be really pissed off. He completely fed you full of lies. There's no reason to be anything other than angry. And it's not like we're justifying what he did. It's just that he did kind of save everybody, including you and including Judo, by doing this.
It's just we would prefer that he not be a jerk about it.
Well, it really is just like Shinonome. Shinonome didn't kill Tetsuya Ida for the sake of the world, though we still expect he's going to come back as an android.
Right, or something.
She murdered Tetsuya Ida. However, functionally, that's actually a good thing. 426's motives are much better motives. But boy, the way he goes about it is awful. So it's like, it produces really mixed feelings.
Well, now she's going to go home and confront Fluffy. And presumably he will spill the beans.
But he'll be
There
a
you
jerk.
are.
He'll be a jerk about it.
Maybe he won't.
About time you got back.
I'd be really surprised in a very positive way if he finally wasn't a jerk about it.
You lied to me. About everything.
She also didn't shoot everybody. Unless they just skipped some of that.
Yeah, we might see it in their story.
You seem mad, but I haven't lied to you.
You're not a cat at all.
I've been saying that from the beginning.
That is true.
You're a criminal from the future. I know you are. All that about ancient civilizations and curses.
No, those were the truth. The only thing he lied about was restoring Judo Izumi's memories. It's just that you and he both meant completely different things by Judo Izumi, and he knew it.
Yeah,
Other than that, though, he hasn't lied.
correct.
You've been playing me for a fool the whole time!
I haven't been lying. There is an ancient civilization. This may look like the 20th century, but it's not. Humanity actually died out in the 22nd century. It's been millions of years since then.
Wow, we were thinking it had maybe only been a couple of thousand years, but it really has been millions.
Woo! Good lord.
So, in reality, the 22nd century is an ancient civilization.
That's very true.
So you're saying this isn't the real world?
This loop has been going for millions of years, and this is finally the one where they have a chance to break it.
God.
No! More lies! I won't be deceived again. I'm done being used!
Shoot the cat!
What's that gonna do?
Nothing really.
He's not even there. He's a brain goblin.
You convinced me to shoot my friends with this thing! And now you're in control of the kaiju and the Sentinels!
Whoa.
Was that your goal all along? To end humanity?
No, but that might be Ida's. No, that's not the case. His goal is just to start over and get what he wants this time.
Yeah.
Though who knows what he's doing now. Or he might be dead for real, but...
I've already told you.
Now, Shinonome from 2188, that was her goal, was to end humanity.
Right.
This is a game. I'm only making preparations.
A game where our lives are on the line?
This cat, Brain Goblin, did not define the terms of the game.
Right.
Neither did you. Nobody here designed the terms of the game, but it's still a game. You don't have to like it, but that is what it is.
He's also kind of dropped the attitude when he talks.
That's true.
Not if things go the way I want them to. I can get you all out of here alive.
That really is what he's trying to do. Come on.
You shot me. Seriously?
You know I'm not a real cat. You know I'm not here. What did you think shooting me was going to accomplish?
You've really turned into a dangerous girl. Although I guess that is my doing.
Juro's memories. Whose memories are in Juro?
Ah, right. That. Those are my memories, actually. It's not my fault, though.
You really think I'd believe your lies again?
No, that's the truth.
No, I don't imagine you would.
You were using Juro too, weren't you?
It was not my intention.
That's kind of true. It wasn't. But it's still what he did.
Yeah.
Keep in mind that as much as we have been praising him, because he did save the day.
Even at the cost of himself.
Yeah, he vanished. He died himself for this. There's so many people up till now that he would have killed if he had the opportunity or there was no other way out. He even almost killed Juro Kurabe.
Right.
And would have if he couldn't have gotten away. Like if he didn't have a better thing to do.
But in the end, that is what happened. You need to give up on trying to bring him back. By the way, I forgot to mention.
I actually do like the dangerous girl stuff.
You're the final witch.
Yeah, here it is.
But you don't have to meet the same fate as the rest of them.
Wait, what?
Yes?
Where is he?
And just like earlier when hunting for A, now we're running around with the gun, hunting for Fluffy.
Juro!
Well, ultimately it had to happen.
No!
Oh!
What's happening?
Looks like she's being mind hacked. What the?
Well, that's her.
It's... me? What is this? This is all my fault. I forced everyone into battle. But the only one who really deserves to die is me. Tomi, forgive me.
They all chose to fight, but Megumi doesn't know that. So what happened there exactly? All I mean is with the gun. Oh, that's a nice effect.
Huh.
To actually shoot yourself like that.
No, I guess she really did. It was just that the gun was like on the ground and didn't fall, and then she collapsed. So it made me wonder if like something sort of happened and she mentally gave herself the effect of it. But that's fine. It was all to create good visuals, which the visuals were good, and so
it worked.
Yeah, they worked. Good enough for me.
It must have really been driving you mad.
It was, and she didn't need to feel like that.
But don't worry. If you don't fight, there's no way you'll survive. You did what had to be done.
Well, I guess I have to respect 426 more, just like I said, because he really wasn't a dick about it.
I want to apologize about his memories.
This was the lie he told.
Yeah.
There were things that happened I didn't expect. But none of that matters to you. There's no excuse. I boasted about how I could bring him back. It may seem like I tricked you, but I really did all that I could. I had no ill intent.
That's very true. We know that.
Well, maybe a little. I just wanted him to become the Juro of my world. I wanted to control his feelings of love. Almost like a parent to their child. I wanted my desires to become his own. I guess I hesitated once I saw the depth of your feelings. There was still some human left in me after all. You might not believe me, but I really have become fond of you. Megumi Yakushiji, The days we spent together were surprisingly fun. It gave me an odd feeling, as if I were on holiday with a cheeky daughter.
I bet it did.
Yeah.
You left me some nice memories. And now it's up to all of you. I've made all the preparations I could. Since I was unable to hold up my end of our contract, this is goodbye. If our plan succeeds...
He said, if you break the contract, you'll never see me again. But, you know, the way that Japanese works, that could, under different context, those same words could just as easily be read as, if the contract is broken, you will never see me again. I will disappear.
Yeah.
I want you to live out the rest of your life with Juro. Take care, and good luck.
Yakushiji.
Juro.
What happened? Did you shoot yourself in the stomach? With that gun?
It just makes me think. I believe one of the very first things that we saw of Megumi was after her prologue. We actually got the in-battle scene of her, like this little cinematic of her summoning the Sentinel.
Uh-huh.
You know, the one that happens if you go to repair your Sentinel and re-summon it. And so it's kind of like we initially see that she's shot in the stomach, and then that's kind of how her story ends.
Please, wait. Just hear me out. Ever since I last saw you, I've been thinking about the dreams I had.
None of that matters now.
I dream of myself inside the Sentinel. I've seen it over and over. I fight in the Sentinel, taking down kaiju after kaiju, struggling in pain, fighting like some kind of possessed demon.
Huh.
Right arm destroyed. Damage immense.
That's actually Juro Izumi's memories.
That is!
Pilot must seize control. I still have my left arm. Abnormality detected in life support. Emergency release of Sentinel pilot. Initiating. No! Cancel release! I'll continue to pilot. Override command. I won't let them destroy Megumi City. This place is home to all our memories. Life support limit reached. Emergency release procedure. Initiating. No! Cancel the release! I'm not done yet. The more I thought about it, the clearer it became. The only one who has experience piloting Sentinels is the Juro Izumi you know. These are his memories. In battle, he was always calling out someone's name. I didn't realize it at first, but I know it now. It was your name. He was fighting for you.
Juro.
In a lot of ways, what a horrible thing to say to her. Hearing that now, how can, when she was on the verge of moving on? Well, I mean, it's for the best, of course, and it probably means that they can actually make something of it themselves.
Yeah.
And that's good, but
Like a reconciliation and accepting of facts.
it just seems that what a cruel thing to do to someone who's finally decided to move on. But whether it's cruel or not, the truth is the truth. And new possibilities, etc.
I'm not Juro Izumi anymore. But my feelings are the same. Maybe it's because of his memories.
You have been living together for a while.
But even so, none of that matters to me now. Because well...
You've been throwing yourself at me. That doesn't mean nothing.
Also, with what he has learned, now he understands he doesn't have to worry about going crazy and killing her. So he's come to terms with that, too.
Just like Shinonome could never let go of her feelings for Mr. Ida, even when she learned what he had done, and even after she possibly killed him, those feelings for him
Still remain
and still remain part of her. Well, these feelings were apparently still there this whole time. Even if he didn't really have anything else
or context for them, so to speak.
He still had those feelings for Megumi.
I love you. My feelings for you are just as strong and true as Izumi's.
And so he's like, look at me, not Juro Izumi.
Yeah.
Do you not feel the same way?
Now she's coming to the point where she can.
Thank you, but
I'm a liar? Okay.
No, that would have been really good.
Juro's memories. Fluffy really was trying. Just like he said.
Yeah. Looks like he actually did it, too.
He was trying to get his memories back. What do I...
Well, he's a pretty sentimental hard man.
It's true that I may not be as strong as him. But I don't care. I will protect you. With everything that I have.
No. I'll never let you fight on your own again. I'll fight to protect you too, Juro. I wouldn't have it any other way.
Does that mean Yakushiji?
Oh. And then Miura shows up, hey guys, what's going on?
No, I'm gonna leave.
Look at him sleeping up there. I hope he's warm.
No, will you
So cute.
take him home?
I wonder if he'll still be there at lunch.
You should either name him Izumi or 426 or Shiba.
Doubt it.
Shiba's pretty good because in a lot of ways that's like naming him after a dog.
Fluffy, I know you're not him. I just wanted to say... I'm sorry. And Oh. I'll try my best. For you, Fluffy.
And now I'll go to school.
To the final battle!
That was... I am not gonna lie, this was a much happier ending for her than I was expecting.
Same here.
Juro, I told you so many times, but you still went without me. This time, it will be different. This time, it's my turn to save you. I hope you're watching, Fluffy. I will beat this game. Sentinel, activate.
I actually wish that we would have got that everyone would end with that scene.
Yeah, it's kind of silly that some of them don't.
Yeah. Well, that was awesome.
That was amazing.
That was better than I was expecting, and that's like two episodes in a row where 426 turns out to be really awesome.
Well, he's probably not going to be in anyone else's story, so it's good that we ended on that.
That is very true. Now let's take a look. Well, we may not find anything worth commenting on, but...
426, the, hero of the story?
He kind of is the hero of the story. The main character isn't Judo Kurabe. The main character, or the hero, is sort of Judo Izumi from a loop ago.
Yeah.
But he's still a jerk.
Yeah.
But, well, he did what he had to do.
Mm-hmm.
Well, if he wanted a do-over, I'm sure he would choose to do things differently.
Right.
But those weren't always the options that he had.
Seems like a weird thing to update, but okay.
Oh! No, I get it!
Huh?
Well, it was 426 before talking to Megumi that shot her in the face with this.
Oh, right! So Megumi didn't have to shoot Natsuno.
Yeah, because 426 already did.
Okay, so the people we haven't seen Megumi shoot are Shinonome, right?
Hold on.
Okay.
I'm going to get to the character list, and then we'll go over that.
Okay.
That way we don't have to waste any brain power thinking of who they are. Judo has been shot.
Judo.
Iori's been shot.
Right.
Megumi's been shot.
A has not.
A has not been shot.
Renya was the first one shot. Natsuno's been shot.
How many people have not been shot so far?
Just A so far.
Okay.
Keitaro's been shot. Hijiyama's been shot. We assume Nenji has been shot. We don't know for sure.
Well, he hasn't been, though.
Well, we don't know if she shot him when she rescued him.
Yeah, I guess we'll find that one out.
We'll find that out on his story. So I'll mark him down as a not confirmed yet, just to be safe.
Right, it'll probably be confirmed on his very next event.
I assume so. Homie's been shot. Shu's been shot. Oh. Okay, I don't think I remember Yuki being shot.
Yuki, didn't she get shot by... No, it was Natsuno that got shot by... Yeah, okay, so...
Yuki hasn't been shot.
Milko hasn't been shot.
That's 4.
So that's 4 people that we never saw get hit with the code, but
they had to have been injected or updated at some point.
It's possible that even moving around Keitaro Miura with like the auto spread code from Okino ended up
maybe updating his code sort of updates other people he comes into contact with.
Maybe so.
Okay.
It's plausible anyway.
But we're just keeping track of everything.
Poorly, but eventually we come to some type of conclusion.
Because there's a lot to keep track of.
Uh-huh. Yeah, that's right. That gun. Usami's got a gun. That was 426 with the magical gun.
Yeah.
Forgot we saw that. Wow, this really happened near the end.
That makes sense. You know, I'll give this game credit. I haven't quite seen a piece of media in which so many people are the same people before.
Yeah, you're right.
I figured that's the best way to phrase that, in which so many people are the same person.
Let me think real fast. We don't have time to do a battle or anything before we go, so we'll make this one super short, and that makes up for sometimes when it gets long. I just wanted to, I know it's a great excuse to do less work. Just wanted to think about something.
Well, don't admit it.
Yeah, I feel like Megumi and Juro have had the best ending so far. Say what you will about whether you should consider it an ending or not.
Right.
But I still feel like they had...
Yeah. Shoes was good. But for the most part, the finales have been kind of anticlimactic in a way.
I'm not saying anticlimactic. I'm just saying...
like less...
All I'm saying is that I think that Juro and Megumi have had the best endings. Well, like, Shu's ending was great, except that it just stopped before it finished. And we had to move on with Shinonome in order to get there. And hers was good too, but... You want to fight?
Let's go!
Okay, let's fight. We're fighting.
Can you tell?
We're not fighting.
Can you tell?
I'm a liar. No, you're the one who lied!
Stack of papers.